go over common mistakes and common things that I find with training internal rotation of the back hip in 90-90. First thing I like to situate with my students is just the pelvic awareness of where the hip is going. So you can wrap the pocket forward, which will be getting the femur and the acetabulum to internally rotate more, and then you're going to open the pocket back and forth. Really what I like to do here is just bring more awareness of this area in the passive component of the stretch in 90-90. So what I'm doing with John, I'm just giving him a little bit of feedback as the pocket wraps open and then the pocket wraps forward. Now with the pales contraction, after we held in around 2 minutes in the passive component, I'm going to place my hand here and I'm going to get John to just lift his knee up a little bit so I can swipe a credit card underneath. If we conceptually look at this, when John drives his knee into my hand, if my hand was not here, his knee would fly back this way. And what I want him to do at the same time with his ankle, I want him to chop it on this angle on a 45. So his knee's pushing into my hand and his ankle is chopping this way on a 45. We would find his highest, safest effort for his pales contraction. Then for his rails, his knee is going to drive down and his hip's going to internally rotate more without any compensation in the torso. If I want to make this harder, I can get him to rotate in the opposite direction while he keeps internal rotation of the hip. We don't want this hip to open, and we don't want to fake more range with rotation of the torso. We want to train the capsule specifically, and by training the capsule specifically, the hip's going to wrap forward here. There's going to be more pressure into the knee, and then he's going to try to contrast this motion with his hip with his torso in the opposite direction. Okay, so what we did with our pales contraction here, or first the passive component, he's wrapping the pelvis open, closing the pelvis. Then for his pales contraction, he's going to drive his hand up into his knee up into my hand, chopping the ankle on a 45. If the ground was not there, his knee would go this way and his heel would chop this way. Then for his rails, the hip internally rotates more as the knee drives down. Okay, so if we conceptually look at this, what we're trying to do with the hip is wrap the hip in more with the heel coming this way. So if we look at my pocket here, this kind of barometer, as a barometer, I'm trying to wrap in and with the knee coming this way. So what we're trying to do with the rails contraction is the same thing here in the 90-90 position. Pocket wraps forward, knee pushes down, and if you want to make it a little bit more intense, he tries to bring his belly button towards my hand. Notice the alignment of the femur and the acetabulum going this way, with the knee pushing down as the rails contraction. I find these are really good cues and stepping points to help emphasize 90-90 pales and rails for internal rotation.